Hey everybody, here's a quick little update of what we're doing here about the middle of April this weekend. It's awfully windy and a little bit on the cool side, but what I did is I finally got my Queen Anne yellow raspberries in from Stark Brothers. So I've gone ahead to put them in my uh, bed here for my raspberries that I've been waiting to receive, and I got them yesterday. So dropped them into the ground here, put a little mulch on, got the irrigation, so that's ready to go. Of course, strawberries are right next to it here, and they were planted last week, and they are looking good so far. And then, of course, the blackberries. They are looking good. They're green. They're starting to get flowers, so that's a good thing. This is the first year they're grown out of the container. I had transplanted them last summer, so we'll see how they take and root in this. Looks like they're doing okay. Some more blackberries. The surprise of the occasion here is the potatoes. I can't believe how many of these potato plants just came up. I mean, it's really amazing. I got some more potatoes that I forgot I even ordered, and I planted them in another space I'll show you. But yeah, the sunchokes are right here. They're doing good. They're starting to come up. And of course, I got some wild sunchokes here that were growing right into this mulch. They must have gotten loose in the dirt and stuff like that. This bed here is in preparation for the sweet potato vines. It's ready to go as soon as Lowe's or Home Depot or somebody has the sweet potato vines. I usually plant the Beauregards. I'll put those in there and they'll trellis up. So those are ready to go. Some good and some bad here for the other plants that are growing. We've had weather that's been cold and then hot and then cold and hot. I think it's really messing with some of the plants. I've tried to fertilize and water. Now, I may gave some of these a little bit too much fertilizer because my cucumbers started to yellow on some of the initial older leaves. Now they're coming through with some greener leaves, but you know, it's so tough to know how much fertilizer to inject into your irrigation system. You don't know if it's too little, too much. It's trial and error, and you just, I guess, maybe do on the more cautious side. Here's the plants that I've got in the mulch. I mean, they need to start catching, you know what I mean? They're still kind of on the smaller side. You're waiting for them to maybe get enough rain and fertilizer and everything, just catch and start growing. So hopefully we'll have more consistently warm days and they'll take off. But they're not dead, but you know, hoping, hanging in there. Of course, my zucchini are doing good here. Kind of doing a lot of rearranging here. Some of the things that I put out is I love the elephant ears, and they kind of make a nice attraction here. So I got these new bigger pots. I was putting them in 10 gallons, so I got a 20. I think some of these are 20 and 30, but anyways, I put those out now because it's kind of warm, and so I got some there, and they really do good. I put them in a box of dirt over the winter, and probably in Texas I don't even have to do that. I could just leave them in the container. I'm going to try anyways. But just planted them. I'm going to put some mulch around that and, you know, have them be real attractive. What else is going on here? So the garden's a bit of a mess because I'm doing work, but the rose bushes are doing good. Look at that. You know, they've caught it. It's cool. I potted up in bigger pots here. I'll show you that. Potted up in bigger pots my lemon tree and the lime tree. I kind of put them here. There's kind of some empty space, so I figured, well, let's just put them here as a little bookend at the end of the beds, and maybe it'll be kind of a nice thing. And they're containers, so I can move them around as needed. The peas, looking at the beds here, the peas are growing. Usually I've had some bad luck on the peas where it gets too hot and they bolt and just don't do good, but they're doing okay now. Radishes and beets and all that are coming up here in the beds. You know, the biggest pain in the neck is you gotta thin them out because, you know, you try to put those little seeds and they get too close and whatnot. Like I say, the peppers and beans and everything, the tomatoes back there seem to be growing. They need to catch. They need that nitrogen to boost them up and get them moving. So, you know, that's maybe what I get for being an early put them in the ground there, and you know, when it's not warm. So hopefully conditions will change here and we'll get going. Garlic is doing well. Big stalks there. Eventually those will be picked. I think you're supposed to pick them kind of summer, spring here. So let's see what's going on this side of the garden. Of course, the flowers, we're going to be putting some flowers here. Looks like are not dead, which is good. You know, it's good when they're not dead. You wish they may grow faster or bigger, but at least they didn't die. Our little Brussels sprouts and some rogue carrots and some cauliflower seems to be growing well. The herbs, some of these herbs I put out right at the very beginning, and boy, the basil just looks sickly and stuff like that and small. Usually basil just grows like a big weed. I probably have to pop in and get some more. And here's my sickly cucumbers. I'm just like, oh God, did I put too much fertilizer in and burn them? I mean, maybe you make those kind of mistakes too, but some of the outer leaves are yellowing and they're dying out, but the inner leaves are green, so there's some hope left for those. Because I ordered potatoes and I didn't even realize I had potatoes, I had these two beds that I was waiting for the sun to hit. So here we are at about 11 o'clock in the morning, and see how the sun now is hitting. It's starting to move over into the north part of the yard. So basically I had some purple potatoes again and some Russian fingerling potatoes. So I put those in here because they'll grow, and then I'll probably harvest them by the summer, and then I can put something in here, maybe midsummer. Some little cucumbers back there. The old leaves are dying, the inner leaves are green and growing, so fingers crossed. Here's some onion that I had from last year and a few chives. They just kind of hung around, so I figure I'll let them go. Anyways, that's kind of where we're at. I mean, the big garden experiment continues. I need to put some more seeds in the process to get them going. And here's the Egyptian walking onions. Now, just kind of a weird location that I put them, but they're starting to get the tops. You can see now that when they grow the tops, and when these tops get bigger, see, they'll tip over and they would plant again. But you can harvest them, and you can kind of propagate your Egyptian walking onions. I gotta really get a better place. I had put them here last year, and they need to move to the other area somewhere else. Sometimes you start running out of space. So anyways, this is kind of like a quick little update here. And of course, I still got a bag of dirt and some mulch here. You can see that I still got the mulch that I can use. So I'll be putting some flowers and some stuff here in the front. But yeah, I got a lot of mulch that I'll have to utilize for some stuff. So anyways, thanks for checking out my garden updates, and we'll try to put more out there as more exciting things happen. Thanks.